Do we have Willie Jackson?
All right, good morning. The Committee on Parole is called to order. Today we'll be doing revocation proceedings. Today is Tuesday, June 23rd, 2026. The time is 8:40 a.m. The panel today consists of Mr. Chuck Tillis, Ms. Jerry Ledoux, and myself, Cheryl Renatza, as chairman today. We're at DOC headquarters in Baton Rouge. With the staff here, please introduce yourself.
Jason Thompson. Shakia McBride.
Okay, thank you. And our first location this morning is at the East Baton Rouge Parish Prison. And we are ready for Mr. Brown. There we go.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Thank you. We need you to adjust your camera, though. I don't really know what I'm looking at. Oh, there we go. You. That's fine. Perfect.
Hey, how you doing? I'm sorry about that.
It's okay. How are you?
Doing fine.
You want to introduce yourself for the record, please?
Lieutenant Kay Mayberry.
All right, Lieutenant, is Mr. Brown ready for us?
No, ma'am. I'm still trying to get them up here.
Okay.
Y'all have time to wait a moment? I'm trying to run back to his line and go grab him.
Yeah, we'll wait.
Okay, thank y'all.
All right, so we're gonna move while we're waiting on Mr. Brown, we're gonna move to Jefferson. So we are ready for Joshua Klein, who's at the Jefferson Parish Detention Center. Okay, we're back. Did you get him?
Hey, no ma'am, I went back there to come pull him offline. He said no, he was brushing his teeth, and I said, you gotta come, they're on the screen right now, you need to come on. And he said, I'm in the bathroom. I said, okay, fine, I'll let him know that you're not willing to come. You wanna use the bathroom? and then y'all reschedule as you see fit.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Or we could just,
Come back.
what do y'all wanna do with him? Reschedule. We're gonna reschedule him.
Yes, ma'am.
Thanks for your help. We appreciate it, Lieutenant.
You're welcome. All right, bye-bye. Okay. That's it?
Hey, good morning. How are you today? I think your microphone's on mute. Can you unmute the mic? Or ask somebody to do it? Can you get somebody is anybody in the room with you?
Excuse me.
Oh, wait, I can hear you now. I can hear you now. Will you tell me your name and DOC number?
Rajarius Colvin, 728-223. You mind if I stand up and shut this door real quick?
Yeah, sure.
What is his name?
You're in Washita?
Yes. Washington Parish, OCT.
Yes, okay, I got you. Rogarius Colvin.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let me get your files. So you're here this morning for a revocation decision. And we're gonna, hold on, we're gonna get your file. You don't have any paperwork there with you, do you?
They just gave me just this Louisiana Board of Parole revocation questionnaire, just this one.
Is that your signature down at the bottom of that page?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. That, based on the information contained in that form, you're not eligible for us to appoint you a lawyer. So are you ready to proceed today without a lawyer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, you'll see on the screen, Ms. Jerry Ledoux, your case has been assigned to her, so I'm gonna just let her take the lead.
Okay. She's muted. Okay.
Okay, Mr. Colvin, what I'm going to be doing is reading out some allegations that you have violated your conditions of parole. After I read each one, I need for you to enter a plea of guilty, not guilty, or guilty with a statement. You're accused of violating condition number 4, in that on 2/13 of 26, you were arrested and booked in the Washita Parish Correctional Center on a warrant for domestic abuse battery, second offense. According to the police report from Monroe PD, on 12/20 at about 4:32, you battered your girlfriend at her residence by pushing her into a glass mirror, causing it to shatter, punching her in the face 2 or 3 times. The officer noted the injuries on the victim's face, and they were consistent with her statement. A warrant without bond was signed, and you were placed in a parole detainer. However, on March 25th, 26th, the state declined prosecution of the case. How do you plead?
Not guilty, ma'am.
Okay. Are you pleading? Now let's ask something else. Did you and your girlfriend get into an altercation in December?
No, I'm not, no aware of no altercation, ma'am, of no December, no, ma'am.
Okay, so were you at your girlfriend's house? Sir, I'd like for you to remain seated straight up so I can see your face.
I can barely, oh,
Okay, so you're having trouble hearing.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me speak more loudly, okay? Did you and your girlfriend have a situation where in December a mirror was broken and y'all were together?
I mean, it was a situation where I think I cheated, when I cheated on her, she became upset and the mirror was shattered. But as of a physical altercation, ma'am, no, ma'am. It was something that happened that I felt like I should have been in person to talk to you guys that really don't have nothing to do with this case that happened. But as a me and her getting into a verbal altercation, no, ma'am.
Okay, so you've already had one domestic abuse battery charge, is that correct?
Allegations, yes, ma'am, that I was never convicted of, that I supposedly, that was a shock to me when this case came up. They said I supposed to have something against me that I wasn't aware about. It was supposed to be in 2014 or 16 or around about that area.
Okay. During your time incarcerated, did you ever take any classes on anger management or anything?
I took CPR and anger management was my next one, but I took my CPR, got my forklift, chainsaw, and I was doing entrepreneur classes. I guess we got to get this type of code just to get it. It's on Cypherverse that we got this code that we got to get our certificates, get them downloaded and all that. But I have been taking classes on. We have this tablet thing we go on.
Okay. Whether someone is charged with a crime, if we have evidence that it happened, then your can possibly be revoked. You realize that?
That's not understand.
Okay. Did she write a letter saying it didn't happen?
I have no altercations. I have no letters, no nothing. No nothing.
Okay. She's not here today. What is your relationship with her?
Over with.
She is here. We got a late check-in. She is on Zoom.
Oh, okay, thank you, Ms. Renaud. I was unaware of
And
that.
so is the parole officer.
Well, he wasn't able to log in.
Oh, I'm sorry. He said he's gonna observe. He wasn't able to log in. But Miss Keys is on Zoom and says she wishes to speak.
I would like to hear from her at this time.
Miss Keys? Can you unmute your microphone, Miss Keys?
It's unmuted.
Okay. Go ahead and you tell us what happened.
It was a verbal altercation. That night, the police got called by the next door neighbor. Officer Torres pulled up. I wouldn't say much. He walked through the house and wrote his report from what he saw.
What really happened? What happened between you guys?
It was a verbal. We was going back and forth. It was an argument.
How did the mirror get?
The mirror got broke because it got thrown some at it.
Did you have a protective order against him?
The state put a protective order against
Okay,
him when he got arrested.
okay. Mr. Colvin,
Yes, ma'am.
oh, never mind. I was just curious. So you're saying you never touched her?
No, ma'am. We never got into like an altercation where I had to put my hands on her.
Okay.
Question, Ms. Ledoux. Mr. Colvin, why do
Yes,
you believe the officer who responded to the call documented visible injuries, if no physical altercation with Ms. Keys took place?
I not to be speaking overboard, but it's just be on the safe side, ma'am. I have no idea. It's just a pro mom state and a pro protective woman state, and I know it's a buku situations out there with this right here where they have to take these type of situations serious, but I have no idea, ma'am. I wasn't there. After
You
me,
weren't there at all?
I know I had left, like, after me and her got into altercation, verbal altercation, I left the home.
What do you believe caused her original statement to law enforcement, which says you pushed her into the mirror, causing it to shatter, punched her several times in the face, pushed her into the bathroom door, pulled her hair, banged her head on the floor?
I have no idea, ma'am. Like I said, I upset her, and I guess that was a way of getting, I know I upset her very much that day. It wasn't a physical altercation, ma'am.
Ms.
Yeah.
Keys, Ms.
Yes.
Keys, yep,
No, it did not happen. And that's why when he got arrested, I went to the DA office and spoke with the DA because what she just read, I did not tell Officer Torres. I didn't speak with him at all. And I had requested for them to get his camera footage.
did he hit you?
No, he did not. The only
Are you-
thing that was shattered was the mirror, and I had cuts on my feet from the glass being on the floor. That's all.
Are
Who
you
called the who called the police?
When the officer pulled up, he said that he had a call for a disturbance. So I'm
Okay.
guessing one of my neighbors called the police.
Are you afraid of him?
I am not.
At the very least, I believe that Mr. Colvin needs to have some domestic abuse battery treatment of some sort. Um, we have a police report that indicates that you had visual injuries, and we cannot just dismiss that.
Yes, ma'am. The only visual injury that I had, like I stated before, was cuts on my foot from the glass being on the floor. Other than that, it was no visible injury.
Did you have any treatment? Did you go to the doctor or the
I
hospital?
I did not, ma'am.
Ms. Chairwoman, I turn it back over to you.
What is the nature of your relationship now, Mr. Colvin?
Unfortunately, this has been a railroad to where me and Ms. Keys has been separated.
Okay. And is that still the case?
Unfortunately, yes, and me and
All
her is separated.
You may have to, or you are?
No, we are. We are.
Okay. All right. I have no other questions or comments. Ms. Ledoux, I'm ready to vote when you are.
I'm not sure if we have the ability to
for executive session?
Yes, let's go ahead and go into an executive session.
I'll second.
We have a motion and second for executive session to discuss confidential matters without objection. We're going to be in executive session, Mr. Colvin, for a few moments. Just stand by. We'll be right back.
Yes, ma'am. Ms. Marchand. Marchand.
All right, Mr. Colvin, we are back in regular session. It's 9:05 and we are prepared to make a decision in your case. So I'll go ahead and vote first. Mr. Colvin, I'm concerned about the situation. I think something happened. I don't know who's not being forthcoming in our discussion today. But I was pleased to hear that you're separated. I think you need some help to learn how to deal with situations like that. So my vote would be, in lieu of revocation, that you be sent to a facility that can give you a substance abuse evaluation as well as domestic violence prevention training. And once you complete the training, you'll be released back to supervision. You understand? You're on mute still. You can't hit the button to unmute? You don't see a microphone on your screen?
You're speaking to Colvin, right?
Yes.
Okay.
She's there.
Mr.
Can you hear us now?
Mr. Colvin's on mute. Is the officer?
All right,
There-
you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right, you said you was gonna recommend me to a treatment what is this going on?
A program.
I can't even see you guys anymore. All right. Like I kind of been classes since I've been in here on the tablet for that already.
Right now, you need specific training geared to domestic abuse classes. And then I would add a special condition, once you are released, that you're to have no contact with Fulnavia Keys. You said you're separated, so that's my vote. I'm gonna let my colleagues vote. Mrs. Ledoux?
Yes, I believe that there's a need for domestic violence prevention training as well as a substance abuse evaluation. I concur with my colleague. No contact with the victim.
Mr. Tillis?
I concur.
All right, Mr. Klein, we're gonna get you some classes, some specific training, and then you'll be released back to supervision. If you'd
Like,
like
what?
to-
Do y'all know how long it's gonna take? Hey, can you ask how long it's gonna take? They usually take a good 5-6 minute break in between. Like, it's not a problem. It's fine.
Mr. Woods, is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
So for the record, sir, would you tell us your name and DOC number?
Aaron Dale Woods, DOC number 587258.
Mr. Woods, you have counsel here with you this morning. Would you please introduce yourself for the record?
Yes, Attorney Gary Blaylock, for the record, Your Honor, out of Monroe.
Thank you. And you also have Mr. Woods, your mother, Miss Sharon Walker Woods is here, and we're going to call on her shortly. She wants to say something on your behalf. First, do you have some paperwork there with you? Well, you've got a lawyer, so I don't need to go over that parole revocation questionnaire with you. We'll just record his name into the record. So your case has been assigned to Mrs. Ledoux. You'll see her on the screen. Your case has been assigned to her, so I'm going to turn it over to her.
Okay, Mr. Blaylock, I'm going to be asking your client to enter a plea to various parole violations. At any time you need to assist, you may do so. But Mr. Woods, you've been accused of violating conditions of your parole. Condition number 2, you failed to report to the Monroe District Office since your last personal contact on 3/13/25. Your whereabouts were unknown until you were arrested on 6/27/25. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Okay. Number 3, you failed to inform your parole officer of an updated place of residence since 3/14/25.
That's guilty.
You were arrested on 6/30/25 for simple burglary, unauthorized entry of an inhabited dwelling by Ouachita Parish Sheriff's Office. How do you plead?
I'm guilty.
Your Honor, yeah, okay.
Is it my understanding that you were in court June 18?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and what were the results of that?
They gave me a trespassing charge, a misdemeanor trespassing. They dismissed the burglary and the unauthorized entry.
So, what was the sentence for the trespassing?
Credit time served.
And also number 10, you have an arrearage of $1,320. How do you plead on that?
Guilty.
So, it seems pretty cut and dry in my mind. Would you like to make a statement about what was going on and why we are here today?
Yes, ma'am. I'm not really trying to just make no excuses, but the girlfriend that I had at the time, me and her, we had lost our house, and she just found out she was pregnant at the time, so I was homeless. So, and I'm from another parish, really, and I really didn't have nobody like that I could try to get a place to go live at, and then the just fell on hard times. Like I know I should have called my parole officer, probably could have helped me with and just.
Yeah, Mr. Woods, you're a fifth class offender. This is not your first time on supervision, I don't think, right? So you kind of know communication with your parole officer is key to success.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So where was the unauthorized entry, simple burglary? Where did that occur and what was the circumstance?
It happened at the trailer park that we was living at, and I had purchased the phone from a woman for like $50, and it was really a broke phone. It really didn't work. Like it was a contract phone, but I ended up getting the phone from her, and her and my girlfriend had gotten into a little dispute, and my girlfriend was threatening her, and she tried to come buy the phone back from me, and I already had sold it to the Eco ATM at this time. And for her to be able to get the phone back, she had to do a police report. That's what the Eco ATM people told her. So she made the police report and said that I either came into her house or I came into her car and stole her phone, which was untrue.
Mr. Tillis, I think that's the two things that'll get you in trouble, phones and women, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Um, I'd like to hear what your attorney, Mr. Blaylock, you have any comment on this the situation?
Yes, so I, I've represented Mr. Woods on his criminal charges. So I was, contacted, by Miss Woods, Miss Sharon Woods, who's present on video. That's his mother. And so she came and saw me, while Mr. Woods was incarcerated, and she wanted a plan, or, she wanted me to help Aaron, but she also she knows that there's been an issue with his life, with drugs, and sobriety and whatnot. So she knows that he needs a foundation when he gets out, and he needs sobriety and he needs purpose. So what we talked about was a structure for when he gets out, because I think that's very important. And me and Miss Woods, spoke, and I told her that honestly, she's going to have to go through sobriety and whatnot to help her son out. So we came up with a plan that I would help Mr. Woods represent him on these charges if she, address her sobriety. So, and this is an issue that I was going to bring up in this hearing. I wanted to present exhibits. However, I just got this letter last Thursday from Mr. Woods. I need to present these exhibits to show the board that what we're trying to do is get him into positive direction, which is a sobriety intake treatment program. So, as I stated earlier, Miss Woods, she started this. I got a certificate that she completed that. She's currently living in a sober living house and seeking work and she's, working on sobriety. And I have documentation of all that. And, as well, I have documentation that we have everything ready for Mr. Woods, to be accepted, and start this treatment process if this board will allow that. Now, this case, there was an issue, obviously with the phone. I talked to the prosecutor, we talked to, the victim in this case, everything's resolved around that. Is it the board with that preference that we be able to present, these exhibits so y'all can review them, or do you want me to address them and submit them, for review afterwards?
We have some tools also in our within the department that we can address some of those things with. I think it would be important to allow Miss Sharon Woods to make a statement at this time.
She's up there, she goes.
Okay,
Morning.
this,
Yes, go ahead and just make a statement to the panel.
oh yes, ma'am. I'm Sharon Woods, and I'm Aaron Woods' mother. I've been his mother all his life. He struggled with drug, and alcohol just as I have since his grandpa died. And that was like 21 years ago. He was 12. And he struggles with toxic relationships, not only, with drugs and alcohol, but with toxic relationships too. And he's done things because he was addicted. And the program, I went through rehab and I graduated the program and I came straight from the rehab to sober living. And I changed my people, places, and things. And I believe that's what he needs too. And he needs help for his problem, for his drug problem. And as a mother, it hurts me to see him repeating these same patterns because he didn't get the help he needed when he was younger. But I'm a living testimony that this thing works. And he has admitted to me that he has a problem, whereas before he didn't want to admit he had a problem. And so I'm willing to, while he's in rehab, to pay his parole and probation fee. I'm on disability, but I also volunteer at the food bank 2 to 3 times a week. And it's a very good program. The guy that runs this house will be putting him, he's a discharge planner at Positive Directions. And he said he would go straight from the 28-day rehab, the rehab at Positive Directions, straight to sober living. And he has 2 weeks to find a job. And here in Baton Rouge, it's very easy to get a job. And I'm willing to help him financially and emotionally. And while he's in the rehab.
Thank you very much. And I'm glad to see that you're working on your own situation, and that's very positive. Mr. Woods, during your time of incarceration, have you ever had any kind of substance abuse treatment?
Yes, ma'am. I completed, on my first, jail sentence, I did a 150-day drug, substance abuse program at Concordia Parish. And
Do you
then,
remember the name of that? It was just within,
I can't remember. It was back in
It's
2000.
it's an RSAT program in Concordia Parish.
Yes, ma'am, 150 days.
okay. And you're still struggling with substance abuse?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
It's like I get out and I'll be doing good for a while and then I might lose my job or just fall on a bad time and run into one of my old friends or something like that and just fall off, thinking, oh, I can just do it one time and maybe just do it for this one time during this weekend and then I'll stop and then it just goes downhill.
Did you hear what your mother said? What she changed?
People, places and things, yes, ma'am.
I know you learned that in Concordia.
Yes, ma'am.
It's the truth. It's the truth.
It really is.
Okay. Well, do you need another refresher on your substance abuse treatment?
Ma'am, it probably wouldn't hurt.
Do you want to be clean?
Yes, ma'am. I'm tired of living like this. Tired of being in jail. I got a 3-year-old daughter and I just found out I might have a 1-year-old daughter and I'm not trying to be like my daddy, not be there and them not know me. I want to actually get out and be able to do stuff for them and them to be proud of me. I'm not nothing to be proud of right now.
Well, the only way that I would be comfortable with you going back into society is after more than 28 days. So, are there any other questions from my colleagues?
Now, let me just ask one and then I'll be anxious to hear your plan. Mr. Woods, you mentioned part of your cycle is that you get out, you do good, and then you lose your job. Have you reflected on why you lose your job?
No, ma'am, not really. So I have sometimes like, and it's been me. It's been me
Okay.
like,
No, I think, would you associate your drug abuse with,
yes, ma'am, me losing it.
okay. Just, you gotta look at those things. That's not easy to look at, but you gotta do that evaluation yourself. Okay, Ms. Ledoux, I'm ready to hear anything you may have to say and vote.
Well, I think that, you didn't report for 3 months. You were in bad shape. And the problem is illegal drug use is always going to put you where you are. And so, my vote would be to, in lieu of revocation, send you to a DOC, substance abuse facility, long-term. And then part of that would be to discharge you to a sober living facility after that. Okay.
What's the long-term 90-day facility or?
They are evaluated by the Department of
Okay,
Corrections,
that's.
and there are several different options. And so it is generally 90 to 160 days.
Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Renatza.
And I also think you would benefit from that. So my vote today also is, in lieu of revocation, send you to a DOC facility for a long-term substance abuse program, and then discharge from there to a sober living house. And I think your attorney has set that motion in place, so hopefully that will be available for you. We'll work with you to ensure that happens. But you got to do the work.
So I'll be going to like another jail facility rehab?
Yes. Hopefully it'll be the Steve Hoyle program. You ever heard of that one?
And Bossier?
Yeah, North Louisiana. Yeah. Well, you're in North Louisiana now, aren't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Well, look, good luck to you. You got a lot of work to do. Don't disappoint us. I hope I don't see you again on that screen.
All right, thank you.
Thank y'all.
I love you,
Thank
Mom.
you. I love you too. Love you too.
All right, Mr. Sparks? Good morning. Is your microphone muted? Yeah. Can you unmute it? Or ask the officer to unmute it if you can't? I know you're probably restrained.
Is unmuted.
All right, good, thank you. Mr. Sparks, would you identify yourself, tell us your name and your DOC number?
My name is Quinn Sparks, 456039.
All right, Mr. Sparks, and you should have there with you a piece of paper that's a parole revocation questionnaire.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you open that up and look at the bottom of that page and verify for me if that is your signature?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sir. And based on that information, you're not eligible for us to appoint you a lawyer. So are you ready to proceed today with the revocation proceeding without an attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
You're ready? Okay. Your case has been assigned to Mrs. Ledoux. You'll see her on your screen, and I'm gonna turn it over to her.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Sparks, there are several violation allegations against you. What I'm going to be doing is reading out the allegation, and then I'm going to ask you to enter a plea of guilty, guilty with a statement, or not guilty. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And we can discuss them afterwards. Violation number 3. On or about 9/12 of 25, September of 25, you left the state of Louisiana without permission, as evidenced by the fugitive from justice warrant out of Texas. How do you plead?
Guilty with a statement.
Okay. Number 4, it's alleged that you engaged in criminal activity about November 21st, 2025, when you were arrested for fugitive from justice. You engaged in criminal activity on or about September the 12th when you committed the felony offense of continued violence of a family member. On 4/9/26, the charges were dismissed. How do you plead?
Guilty.
And also number 4, it's alleged that you failed to refrain from illegal use of drugs as evidenced by positive drug screens in March of 25, August of 25, November of 25, and May of 26. How do you plead?
Guilty with a statement.
Number 8, you failed to submit yourself for available substance abuse treatment classes as ordered by your parole officer. That was in November of 25. You didn't go to substance abuse classes.
Yes, I did. I'm not guilty on that one.
And number 10, you're currently $695 in arrear. You failed to pay supervisions June, July, August, September, October, and November.
Yes, ma'am. Guilty. I have my job.
Okay, so you were in Texas in September. You said that was with a statement. What kind of statement do you want to make?
I was out there working in Texas. My parole officer gave me a pass at first when I first come home, and I went look for a job. I told her I found the job. She wanted me to get parole transferred to a family member, but I couldn't get no niece. It had to be my mom or somebody. I couldn't find nobody. So but I had got my job and I was just working out there. So I just stayed out there and was working, man.
Okay. You said that you were guilty to the drug screens with a statement. What kind of statement can you give me on that?
Ma'am, after coming home from 14 years of prison, and when I come home, I had lost my granny and an aunt, and my anxiety, life hit me so hard when I come home from doing all that time, and that was the only thing that I seen that I could cope with, that besides going to the streets and doing something worse than that. You know, I'm truly guilty, but I smoked some marijuana when I lost my auntie and my granny.
Also cocaine, amphetamines as well, you were positive for. Tell me about substance abuse treatment. Where did you go and when did you complete it?
I never completed it. My parole officer sent me to on South Grand. Uh, um, uh, I forgot the name of it. It's on South Grand. She sent me to that. So when I went and got my 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 interview, my appointment, but I went to jail right before my appointment was made. So when I come home, I just went and got another appointment made when I just was released in May from Texas. I went and got another one.
Okay. So how long were you incarcerated in Texas?
Uh, 4 months,
Okay.
4 or 5 months.
Okay. Um, you're a sixth felony offender, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Is this your first time on supervision?
No, ma'am.
So you know how it goes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Did you violate the conditions of your parole?
Then,
On this period of supervision,
oh, yes, ma'am. Yes,
you
ma'am.
violated your conditions of parole.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You were in Texas without permission. Okay. I have no further questions. If either of my colleagues would like to ask a question.
Are you still, well, is there anything to do to help you, or you still have a drug problem?
Sir, no drug problem. I really just need an opportunity. Sir, that's all I needed, a chance. Like I say, after doing 14 years, my anxiety, I couldn't even cope with life. Like I couldn't even go grocery shopping without anxiety hitting me so hard. And the marijuana was my cope, you know.
Do you realize you need to stay in touch with your parole officer?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Makes a
sir.
lot. Just can't leave and come back and think everything's going to be okay. But we realize you need to work, but you have to stay in touch with your parole officer, and they're there to help you.
Sir, the whole time I was in Texas, I came back every month, sir, and seen my parole officer every month. Every month I was down there, I came.
She knew you were there.
No, she didn't, like, at first, she gave me the paper. Once I started working, I didn't let her know I was there. I just came back every month and seen her, and I go back to Texas to go to work.
Okay, I have a question.
What type of work were you doing?
I was working at Access Furniture Distribution Center, working in making furniture and a recycling place out in Salina, Texas. A trash, working on back of trash truck and stuff.
Where's your home?
My home, I was, well, I'm back in Louisiana now, at home, living in,
Washita Pick?
yes, West Monroe, Austin Street. I was working at Austin, also at the Creek Farm in West Monroe.
All right. Well, thank you, sir. I don't have any other questions. Ms. Ledoux, we're ready for your vote.
Mr. Sparks, there's only so many chances. People want second chances, third chances, but this goes far beyond that. My vote today is to revoke your parole.
Mr. Tillis.
My vote's going to be also to revoke.
Mr. Sparks, based on, I find that you have violated the conditions of your parole, and considering your criminal history, I think that, revocation is warranted. So my vote today also is to revoke. Good luck to you, sir. All right, we need to see Mr. Dore first. Is that you? He's trying, can you unmute? Yeah, try.
Okay, hold up. This is Mr. I'm gonna turn it around for Mr. Dore.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, sir. Could you tell us your name and your DOC number, please, sir?
Brandon Dore, 774574.
All right, and so you're here for a revocation decision. Is that paperwork for you in front of you?
I have this.
That's a parole revocation questionnaire. So could you verify for me, is that your signature at the bottom of that page?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Based on the information, Mr. Dore, contained in that form, you're not eligible for us to appoint you a lawyer. So are you
Right.
ready to proceed today without a lawyer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, your case this morning has been assigned to Mr. Tillis, seated to my left. I'm gonna turn it over to him.
Good morning, Mr. Brendan. How are you?
I'm doing good, and yourself?
Good, good. I'm gonna read some violations and you can answer guilty, not guilty, or with the statement. Violation number 2, you failed to report to your parole officer since April of 25. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Number 2 again, on 6/2/25, you were ordered to report to the New Iberia probations and parole. On 6/4/25, you failed to report to the office visit. How do you plead?
Guilty.
On 6/9/25, you were ordered to report to the New Iberia parole and office. And on 6/11/25, you failed to report. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Violation number 4, you failed to refrain from criminal conduct on 3/20/26 by committing theft, prohibited acts, possession of drug paraphernalia. How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or with statement?
I mean, I did get charged, but I've never went to arraignment or anything yet, so I don't want to track myself by saying I'm guilty or not guilty. But I mean, I did, you know what I'm saying? I did get arrested on those charges, though. I'm not going to say that. I've just never been convicted.
Okay, were you guilty?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to sit there and lie to you. Yeah, man, I was guilty.
You admitted to it during your preliminary hearing as well.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit there and lie. I just didn't want to entrap myself by not being actually convicted of the charge yet, you know?
No, this has no bearing on that.
Yeah. A violation number 8, you were ordered by your parole officer to complete substance abuse evaluations and follow recommendations of treatment since January 2nd, 2024. You failed to complete substance abuse treatment as ordered. How do you plead?
I'm guilty.
Okay, violation number 8 again. On 3/20/26, you tested positive for methamphetamines, marijuana, etc., being booked into the parish, into Iberia Parish Jail. How do you plead?
Guilty.
And number 10, you failed to make any payments toward your supervisional fee. You are in the arrear of $1,638. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Okay, is there any other statement you'd like to make to us? Why are you not going down seeing your parole officer?
Sir?
Why are you not going to see your parole officer?
Times got rough. I mean, as in my preliminary hearing, as I told the same guy, times got rough. I ended up homeless, and that was just a far walk. Like, I mean, she was coming to my spot and my home of address and see me, but it ended up by having to move, and then it just went downhill from there.
You let her know you moved?
No, sir. It just everything just went downhill. Like, I told her I moved the first time to an apartment, but after that, it was there was no connection, no contact.
Okay. Any of my colleagues have any questions?
How did you come to be homeless?
I lost my job.
And why'd you lose
And
your job?
it just got slow and then they stopped calling. So I ended up living with someone and they moved and then I had no choice but to move also, which was to the streets.
To the street? And then you got involved in the drugs.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so, well, I see, you said you hadn't been arraigned or anything like that. I do see a pretrial conference is in next month. And the trial is scheduled for August, but, you know, what do you expect from today?
I mean, I wouldn't mind. I would like to be reinstated. I mean, I wouldn't want to be revoked.
And so you go back to being homeless?
No, I don't go back to being homeless. I moved with my mom. My mom's out here now.
Where's she at today?
Yeah, very well. She's at home. I mean, that's the most I know.
You didn't know you were coming up today?
Yeah, no, I knew I was coming up today, but I mean, there's a website that y'all give for watch, but I'm not sure if she's watching it or not.
Do you feel that you can get another job?
Yes, sir. Atlanta's Lawn Service.
Do you feel that you have a drug problem?
Nah, I was just doing drugs. I don't have a problem. Addiction is a mind thing, not a sickness.
Well, I don't know if I agree with that statement. Ms. Ledoux, you have any questions?
I would say that addiction is also a legal issue and, you know, you were sanctioned back in 24 twice for doing drugs under supervision. I I don't think you've changed. And if you don't admit that you have a drug problem, there's not much I can do to help. That's all, Ms. Renata.
You ready?
Yes.
Tell us.
My vote today is going to be to revoke.
Yes, sir.
Mrs. Ledoux?
I vote also to revoke. Mr. Dore, need to come to grips with your substance abuse problem, okay?
Yeah, and my vote today is to revoke for absconding supervision, the repeated reporting violations, and charges to which you admitted. So today, sir, your parole's being revoked.
Yes, ma'am. That's it.
Mr. Francisco, we are having you have an attorney, Mr. Spears? Is that
Yes,
right?
ma'am. Yes,
And we are
ma'am.
not able to contact Mr. Spears. He checked in earlier today, but now we're not able to get him. We've tried for quite some time. I don't know if he's in court and he's just unavailable right now. We are going to have to reschedule your case and we're going to coordinate that through with Mr. Spears so that he can be present. Because you want him here, right?
I mean, we could proceed without him. I mean, my case is over with. The charges are over with. We could proceed without him if you want to.
Is
That's
he,
fine.
did you hire him? Is he retained by you?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I don't know how to proceed because he is the attorney of record on our record, and I don't think we can proceed without him.
Yes, ma'am.
So we're going to reschedule just as soon as we can.
Yes, ma'am.
Good luck to you. We'll
All
see
right.
you soon.
Yes, ma'am. Well, get Richard on the phone.
All right, good morning, sir. Would you tell us your name and your DOC number? You're still on mute.
Terrence Robertson, 706-020.
Yes, sir, Mr. Robertson, and you are at Riverbend Detention Center.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, do you have any paperwork with you?
No, ma'am.
Okay, we have a,
I have.
is it a parole revocation questionnaire? Yeah, that's the one. It's at the bottom of the page. Is that your signature?
Yes, ma'am.
So based on the information in that form, you're not eligible for us to appoint you a lawyer today. So are you ready to proceed with this revocation proceeding without a lawyer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Your case this morning has been assigned to Mr. Tillis, seated to my left. Would you answer his questions?
How you doing, Mr. Robertson?
Good. How you doing?
Good. I'll read some violations and you can plead guilty, not guilty, or with a statement. Violation number 4. You were arrested by the East Baton Rouge Parish Sheriff's Office on the following offense: resisting an officer. It is unlawful for any person knowingly or intentionally. Schedule 5. It is unlawful to knowingly or intentionally possessing Schedule 1, possessing a firearm, carrying a concealed weapon by a person convicted of a certain felony. Obstruction of justice, illegal carrying of a weapon, use, weapon, violent, invalid crimes, or a felony. East Baton Rouge District Attorney's Office has not, as of 5/14/26, officially billed or pending charges against the offender. How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or with a statement?
Not guilty.
Not guilty?
Yes, sir.
A statement, or just not guilty? You want to make a statement about it?
Sure.
Tell us what happened.
I was hanging out with an ex-girlfriend. I literally was wrong place, wrong time. I don't know any of the defendants. Any of my co-defendants, I don't know them at all. I was only home from East Baton Rouge workforce for approximately 59 days. I was hanging out with a girlfriend. I didn't see anything illegal. I had nothing illegal in my possession. It was literally wrong place, wrong time. I don't know. I don't understand why I even have been charged. I mean, I understand me being on parole. I wasn't supposed to be around it, but I honestly had no knowledge of anything, no illegal activity at all. I had nothing in my possession. I didn't resist the officer. I was scared. I just was trying to call my wife. Let her know what was going on. I didn't do anything illegal.
Let me clarify something. You say you're hanging out with your girlfriend?
An ex-girlfriend. I was temporarily staying with a family member, so I was locked out of the house I was living at because I was waiting on my interstate compact to be accepted because I was supposed to be moving to Texas. So I didn't have a key while I was living because it was supposed to be temporarily. And I just got picked up by an ex-girlfriend to hang out with her to kill time until I was able to get inside, and I ended up there, wrong place, wrong time.
Okay, thank you. Violation number 5. You were arrested by the East Baton Rouge Parish Sheriff's Office on the following offense: possession of a firearm or carrying a concealed weapon by a person convicted of a certain felony. How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or with a statement?
Not guilty.
You didn't have a firearm? Concealed firearm?
No, sir.
Any of my colleagues want a question?
So the house where you were was one known for dealing drugs.
That was my first time there. I had no knowledge of that.
How long were you there?
Maybe 3 hours.
Was anyone using drugs while you were there?
No, sir.
Why would the police officer say that you resisted? What happened?
Officers was outside of the home telling everyone to come outside. And I was scared, honestly, and I was just trying to let my wife know what was going on. I was just utilizing my cell phone, that's it. I didn't run, I walked out with my hands up, cell phone in my hand. I was just trying to call my wife. That's it. I didn't run. I didn't put up no type of fight. I was confused. I was scared. I didn't know what was going on. I just was trying to call my wife and let her know.
Ms. Jerry, you have any questions?
Well, I mean, I'm reading the narrative from the parole officer, which states that he reported and gave an address and started the ICOTS, which was denied because there was not a good address. And then there was personal contact to be made at his residence, but the apartment number did not exist. So it doesn't look like, and so then he was at a different address with his sister. And a lot of this just sounds like we don't have a good grasp of why he was where he was. And have you been to court on these charges?
I never was billed
The
for,
U.S. Marshals, did they pick up this case?
no, ma'am. Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
I
So
never,
you have not been billed for this yet?
no, ma'am.
That's not, district attorney has not billed them. And then charges against the offender.
Okay.
Why was your interstate compact denied?
Because when probation and parole in Texas contacted my wife to approve to get confirmation that that would be my address, she told them that the lease were about to be up and we were moving to Tomball, Texas. And my parole officer told me that's the reason they denied it, because we were in the process of moving from Katy, Texas to Tomball, Texas. And but I never was aware of that until after I was arrested this time. My parole officer told me he didn't know that I got denied because they sent it to him a different type of way than they normally do. So I wasn't ever aware of it. I was only in Baton Rouge, still waiting to get accepted. I never know I was denied.
And you knew your wife was, that move was being planned? You were aware of that?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
What are your plans if you go back on supervision?
Go immediately back to work. Man, I have 3 small kids. I have a family. Like, I just want to build a future for my family, for my kids. I just want to go back to work and help provide for my family.
Where are you working at?
I was working at Chris Specialties. And also, we have a family trucking business called Willie Mays Trucking.
Where's that at?
Ma'am?
Where is that at? In Texas?
Yes, ma'am, but I just wasn't able to drive because that's why I was trying to get, I had to move to Texas. I wasn't able to help with the trucking business because my conditions, I'm not able to leave the state. So I wanted to drive locally once I did make it to Texas.
Right, but your trucking business is in Texas that you're
Yes, ma'am.
referring to? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
guess-
Is there a new interstate compact in the works? With the new address, has she moved yet?
I mean, I believe I would have to file another one. I don't,
Right,
yeah,
would.
yes, ma'am.
Do you know if that process has been initiated?
No, ma'am, I don't.
Do you know if your wife has moved?
Yeah, she moved to the new address. Yeah,
What about the charges? The charges that have not been, well, they have not done anything about that. You're gonna probably have to wait to go to court for that.
excuse me.
The charges that are pending against you. Violation number 5. No, I mean, number 4, East Baton Rouge District Attorney's Office has not, as of 5/14, officially billed the pending charges against the offender.
Ms. Ledoux, you had something, questions?
Well, maybe I'm the only one that's thinking this, but are you sure your wife wants you to come after you were hanging out with your girlfriend? I mean, like, I don't
Yeah.
understand the culture maybe, but
Yeah.
when you go and hang out with your girlfriend and get arrested, is your wife going to be okay with you coming to this interstate compact?
Yes, ma'am. I mean, I've been with my wife 10 years. We have 3 kids together. I know I probably won't ever hear the end of it, but she forgave me. I talk to her every day.
Okay. You don't have the interstate compact yet, and these charges have not been dissolved. I mean, I think we ought to continue the case until at least we know if these charges are going to be picked up, and it gives you a chance to work on an interstate compact.
I agree.
I've been incarcerated 8 months. And I don't really know how it works, but I've been incarcerated 8 months. And I don't think, I mean, I'm really gonna get billed. I mean, as far as I know, everyone else that was involved in that case are home. No charges, nobody. No one has been billed so far. I mean, I don't really know how it works, but I honestly was wrong place, wrong time. I don't have no intentions on getting in any trouble.
This may help if you get this, if they ever get the charges pending. But if we vote now, there's a good possibility you might get revoked.
So,
Or release or something.
So, not with opinion.
Okay, yeah.
So what we're saying is we'd like to not make a decision today, allow some more time to pass to see what happens with those charges. We can't release you while those charges are hanging out there. I'm not willing to do it at least. In the meantime, I'd like to see you work on an interstate compact to the new address. Because that's where,
yes, ma'am.
Texas.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, it's up to you to try to figure out what's going on with the charges. maybe your wife can help you work through that. But that's my vote today, to continue to allow time for disposition of the pending charges and allow time for Mr. Robertson to work on the interstate compact.
I concur with Ms. Ledoux. I mean, Ms. Renata also.
Ms. Ledoux?
I do too. I believe that's the best thing is to continue, but Mr. Robertson, you need to have someone intervene. So you may need to reach out for some kind of legal aid or something to assist you with those charges. But once those charges are not billed or dismissed and you have an interstate compact, I don't believe the board would have a problem with that decision then to not revoke and send you to your continue on supervision. So that's my vote today as well. Thank you.
All right, good luck to you, Mr. Robertson. We'll see you again soon. All right. Good morning. We're out now in Jefferson Parish. Would the staff there introduce yourself for the record, please? Can y'all
Can you hear me?
us? Yes, now I
If you can, y'all frozen.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Can you hear us okay?
You're breaking in and out. Your picture's frozen.
Okay.
It's frozen on your end,
It looks like it's frozen on your end.
Yes, it's frozen on my end. I heard you that time.
Okay. Can you hear us? Do we need to reconnect? Do y'all need to reconnect, disconnect and reconnect?
See, I hate this shit. This is Zoom shit. I'll tell you. Fine. So I don't hear nothing. Go ahead. 97
All right, looks like we're back.
All right, good morning.
Morning. So for the record, sir, introduce yourself, please.
Deputy Ivy Marlboro with Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office.
Sir, thanks so much for accommodating us and working through that whatever that technology was.
Zoom.
We appreciate it. And let's see, is this Mr. Klein?
Yes, I'm Mr.
Yes,
Klein
ma'am.
right here. I'm right here.
All
How you
right, Mr. Klein, good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good. Would you introduce yourself, sir? Tell us your name and DOC number.
Yeah, my name is Joshua Miles Klein. My DOC number is 732-145. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and I see you have a parole revocation questionnaire in your hand, I believe. Isn't that what that piece of paper is?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you sign that piece of paper at the bottom?
Yes, ma'am.
Based on that information on that piece of paper, you're not eligible for us to appoint you a lawyer, so you're ready to proceed without a lawyer.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so your case was assigned to me. So I'm going to read the allegation against you. You're accused of violating the conditions of your parole. So I'm going to read them and you'll enter a plea of guilty or not guilty, and then we'll have a discussion about it.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
So you're accused of violating condition number 4, and the violation states that you failed to refrain from criminal activity by your arrest April 13, 2026 for violation of a protective order. So how do you plead violation of condition number 4?
Like, I mean, I didn't have nowhere else to go, but I mean, do I have to plead guilty?
It has to be guilty or not guilty, whichever one you want to plead.
All right, I don't want to like violate myself. I don't know.
It has to be guilty or not guilty.
Guilty. I mean, I don't have no other choice.
All right, the next one says condition number 10. You failed to pay your supervision fees and you're behind $504 and that you never made a payment.
I have money now. I'm a trustee, so I could pay. I could pay.
How do you plead to that violation? Are you behind on your fees, or were you behind on your fees?
I'm behind on my fees. I have money to pay it, so.
Okay, so are you guilty or not guilty of being behind on your fees?
Guilty.
Okay, so let's talk about it. You tell us about the violation of the protective order.
Just, I didn't have no other place to go. I didn't know that I even had a protective order on me. Yep, I thought it was gone because I did a year in jail. I just did a year and I just got out and came right back.
Yeah, so let's see. You were released August.
Yes, ma'am. Of
2025, and you were arrested in April of 2026.
Yeah, I was just seeing if y'all could give me a chance. Like I just got
lived between August and April.
Yeah, I just started work. Like I just started a job. Yes, ma'am.
My question was, where did you live between August when you got out and when you were arrested in April? Where were you living?
I was living on Klein Street in West Wego. And then I had moved from Klein Street to Westwood. I'm sorry.
So the protective order, where was that? So that's where you were trying to live?
Yeah, I've been living with my daddy, but I didn't know, my dad didn't know that he had a restraining order. He was going to drop the restraining order. I'm sorry, I apologize, but I was homeless, so I didn't have no other place to go. But I finally got a job.
So the protective order was restricted you from being with your father?
Yes, man. It was only 4 months. It would have expired. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry about everything. It's just I have a job, and I have my boss's phone number and everything. And y'all can speak to him.
You have what? Your boss, you say?
I have a job, yes, ma'am.
Where would that be?
And that's in Harvey, Rathbone Park. Yeah, I have a good job, so I could pay my fees. And I've been a trustee, so I could pay half of it right now.
So the reason you were arrested in April, the police report says that you were abusive to your father.
No, I've been getting along. I just gave my dad a car. I had gave my dad a car before I came to jail. I just gave him a car. A lady gave me a car and I gave it to my father.
The police report indicates deputies were dispatched to Westwood Drive in Marrero. That's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah, I was living in Westwego with him.
In regards to the subject, that would be you beating on your father.
I didn't hit him on Westwood.
The deputies observed blood on your father's wrist. The living room was in disarray.
No, ma'am, I never hit him.
Where did the blood come from?
I don't know. The police is saying that. My dad didn't say that. My dad told the court I did not hit him. I did not touch my father. They gave me credit for time served on the protective order. I only did 3 months for the protective order. I just got credit for time served on the protective order.
Well, that doesn't mean it was dismissed. That means you violated a protective order. And I understand you said you thought it was.
No, I did not hit my father.
But there was something that happened that day when the deputies went there.
I did not hit my father. Only thing, I was upset because I missed my appointment, but I did not hit my father. I gave him a car. I did not hit my father.
You gave him a what?
A car. I gave him a car to drive. Yes, ma'am. I did not hit my father. I did not put my hands on him. The only thing they got.
Car when you're behind on your fees.
No, because a lady gave me a car for free, and I gave him the car. He has my car. He's driving my car right now.
No, you gave it to me.
I gave it to him. Yes, ma'am.
I think we're not understanding each other very well.
What you mean? I never hit my father. I swear to God, I never hit my father.
Well, what was the protective order for then?
Because it was an old protective order.
What was it for initially?
It was for domestic.
Against your father?
Yeah, I made a mistake and slammed my dad's hand in the door. But he called the police on me and they put me in jail for domestic. But he didn't want the restraining order on me. The judge put the restraining order on me.
That's right. That's right.
He didn't put the restraining order on me. The judge put.
Mr. Klein.
I'm listening.
Good. You're a third offender. How much time did you do in jail?
I did a year. But it's my first offense against my dad. It was my first offense. I understand it was my third offense, but I'm not like that. I go to church every Sunday. I've been working. I just got a job. I'm homeless. Like my mother passed away in jail in 2022. I never got to see her because they had put a restraining order on me and I couldn't even go by my mom and she passed away. And when I was in lockdown, incarcerated in 2022, I just did a year. I just got out of jail.
I know that. All right.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. I apologize, y'all. I'm sorry. Like I'm just.
So you pled guilty June the 8th of this year,
yes,
right?
ma'am. I just got out of jail. Yes, ma'am.
So tell me why you pled guilty. If you say you never.
I pled guilty because I had to. I didn't have no choice. They wanted me to plead guilty because I was on probation. I took 2 different probations, and by me being on 2 different probations, it violated my probation. You understand? Look, I apologize. Look, if y'all give me a chance and it never happened again, look, I'm gonna have a place to go anyway. So my boss, I got a good job out there. So yes, ma'am. And I can pay half my fees right now. I'm a trustee. I can pay half my fees right now.
You get paid to be a trustee?
Huh? Yes, ma'am. I get paid $200 every 2 weeks.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't
I know. I'm bettering myself. I'm being
good.
100% honest.
I'm glad to hear it.
Yes, ma'am. I love y'all. Hey, thank y'all for giving me a chance.
Mr. Marlborough, are you familiar with Mr. Klein at all?
I deserve it.
I'm sure not.
I know all the guards. I know Miss Tillman. I'm sorry.
No, ma'am, I do not know him.
I'm gonna, so you don't know him, Mr. Marlborough?
No, ma'am.
Okay. I'm gonna defer to my colleagues for any questions.
Y'all keep that smile. I know I'm funny. But yeah, I'm staying out of trouble. Yes, God's good all the time. I rely on God for everything, yo. I turn to God for everything. Yo.
Well,
Where will you be living if you're released?
I'll be living, I talked to Miss Kathy. I'm trying to go to the shelter in New Orleans, in the mission or odds and ends. Yes, sir. I promise you, I'm gonna stay out the way. I'm staying, because working keeps me out of trouble. And I will be constantly working. That's my best bet, to stay out of trouble.
well, Ms. Ledoux, any questions? Mr. Klein, I'm really happy to see that you're a trustee and that you're earning some money by doing that and saving some money. I'm not willing to release you to a shelter. I appreciate that you, say you have a job.
Like I have a place to go.
You're a third offender. You violated a protective order, which is new criminal conduct while under supervision. And my vote today is going to be to revoke your parole. You have an expiration date that's not too far in the future that gives you time to save up some money so that you keep.
How long? Let her finish first.
Mr. Tillis?
I concur with Ms. Ledoux, Ms. Renata.
Mrs. Ledoux? You're on mute.
My vote is to revoke based on violation of a protective order.
All right, Mr. Klein, good luck to you, sir.
So how long I'm gonna do? You're gonna back up whatever you got left. You're gonna come up next.
All right, here we go. Mr. Williams, welcome back. You're on mute.
Good morning.
Good morning. Would you introduce yourself, sir? Tell us your name and DOC number.
Okay, my name is James Williams. The DOC number is 792264.
All right, good. And you have, before you should have a parole revocation questionnaire, and that's your signature at the bottom, which indicates you're not eligible for an appointed lawyer. So are you ready for us to proceed today without a lawyer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you know how this goes. I'm going to read the allegations against you. You'll enter a plea of guilty or not guilty, and then we'll have a discussion about it all.
Okay.
So you're accused of violating condition number 4. This is what it says. On April 5th, 2026, you were arrested by Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office, charged with domestic abuse battery, resisting an officer and disturbing the peace drunk. On April 28th, this year, the domestic abuse battery was refused by the DA's office.
Yes,
On May 6th, the resisting an officer charge was accepted, and that is scheduled for arraignment on June 29th of this year.
Okay.
It's all the same charge. Also, May 6th, 26th, the disturbing the peace drunk charge was refused by the DA's office. So how do you plead to violating condition number 4?
Not guilty.
Then there's another one. It's condition number 10. It has to do with your fees, saying you were behind on your fees, $126. So how do you plead to being behind on your supervision fees?
Guilty.
Okay. So tell us what happened during that April 5th incident. We do have body cam footage, so we kind of got a good background on it.
Okay, it was just me and my girl. We had a verbal disagreement, didn't get physical. I didn't put my hands on her or my daughter. When the police had came there, I was in my shed. I was getting my scrap together because that's how I was making money. But that morning, I worked my shift smart at Circle K, which it only paid $16 for the shift. And we were like just looking for the keys to the car. And I was like crying because I was last year I was in jail for Easter. So I was trying to talk to my daughter. And we just had a disagreement.
You and the officer?
No, me and my girlfriend.
I'm talking about the resisting an officer.
Oh, resisting an officer? No. When they came, got me out of my shed, I was in my shed. I had my hands up. I didn't resist. They put me in the cuffs. And
I saw you didn't run.
No, ma'am. I was in my shed the whole time.
I saw you come out of the shed.
Yes, ma'am. I didn't fight or nothing.
So tell us about why your fees were behind.
Okay, I was filling out applications. I was doing Indeed resumes. I did my Indeed resume. I was sending it out. I just went to a temp service to get a job, and I was waiting on them to call me. And I didn't have transportation, so I was catching a bus. But the Shift Smart, I got me like a month or so. I started working the Shift Smart. I did like 3 shifts, so it was only like $100 a month.
$100 a month for 3 shifts?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, you only had 3 shifts.
Yeah, because it'd be like 16, 26. It'd be like 2-hour shifts. It ain't like no full day of work.
Right. Well, I don't know. You have an arraignment June 29th, which is this week? Monday.
Oh, wow.
Did you get that?
No, ma'am.
That's what my information says, that the resisting an officer charge has been accepted. It's set for arraignment on June 29th, which is Monday.
Okay.
So what do you want to do today? You want to continue, or you want us to go ahead and proceed with the our revocation decision?
I guess I'll continue.
Any other questions or any objection to the continuance?
No, I think that's a wise choice. Continue, Ms. Jerry.
I'll concur with that.
So, Mr. Williams, because you have an arraignment set June 29th, which is Monday, just a few days away,
Okay.
Continue this proceeding until such time as that's taken care of,
Okay.
and we'll see you again.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Simon. I think you're on mute, are you? Can you unmute it?
Oh, me?
No, Mr. Simon, or ask staff to do it.
Okay.
Mr. Simon?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, there you are. Can you introduce yourself, please? Tell us your DOC number.
My name is Clark Simon, DOC number 574395.
All right, and I see that we also have joining us by Zoom, Ms. Brianna Pope. Mr. Simon, and when you had your preliminary hearing, you had hired a lawyer for that?
Yeah, I had a public defender lawyer.
Mr. Chester,
Yes, ma'am.
did you expect him to be here today?
Yeah.
Have you talked to him?
No, I did not.
Because he didn't check in with us, so I don't know what that status is.
I haven't talked to him.
Do you want to proceed today with without him, or do you want to wait till he can be present?
I'd rather do it without him because I want to get this over with.
So you're ready to proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
And you were, he was an appointed lawyer for you, right?
Yes.
Or he represented you in a criminal proceeding?
Yeah, he was appointed to me to represent me in a criminal procedure.
Okay. So the way this will work is I will read the allegations against you, Mr. Simon, after which you'll enter a plea of guilty or not guilty. We'll hear from Ms. Brianna, and then we'll have, we'll just talk about what happened. So you are accused of violating the conditions of your parole. And I'm going to read each allegation. The first one is condition number 4, that you violated that condition. And it says, between the dates of March 5th and 6th, 2026, you engaged in criminal activity when you committed the the crimes, aggravated second-degree battery and domestic abuse battery. You were booked into the Orleans Parish Prison March 20th, 2026. Those charges were refused by the DA's office on April 14th, 2026. So how do you plead to violating condition number 4?
Not guilty.
Okay, and then it says condition 5, which says between the dates of March 5th and 6th, 2026, you had in your possession or control a dangerous weapon, which was a crowbar, when you committed the crimes of aggravated second-degree battery and domestic abuse battery. Again, on March 20th, 2026, those charges were refused by the DA's office on April 14, 2026. So how do you plead to that allegation?
Not guilty also.
Weapon. And then lastly is condition number 10, which says you failed to make any payments toward your supervision fees. You're currently behind $441. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
Okay, so explain circumstances then around the arrest in March of this year, 26.
Can you repeat that?
Explain the circumstance. You pled not guilty to any criminal activity, so tell us about what led up to your arrest in March.
I was picked up on a warrant. They said I had a warrant out for my arrest, and I was placed in jail.
All right. What about tell us that there's an allegation you had a crowbar. Tell us about that.
I never had no crowbar. I don't remember having any crowbar or committing any crimes.
Why are you here?
Because it was said that I committed a crime, but I didn't commit a crime.
Why are you behind on your fees?
Because I didn't have a job at the time, and it was hard for me to find a job, so I couldn't pay any fees.
All right, before I defer to my colleagues, we're here from Ms. Brianna Poe. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Would you tell us what you'd like us to know? Brianna? Yeah, there you go. Go ahead. You're on mute still?
Well, I'm sorry. Hey, good morning. How you doing?
Good.
Well, we got today with Mr. Simon on behalf. He's in jail. Strengthen me. I had put a warrant up for his arrest. Because the charges is not true. We had an altercation, fussing. I did it out of anger as well. And I'm just coming to talk up for him and just let y'all know the truth that he did not even work. And that we both just needed to seek some anger management in this situation. So.
You actually went to the hospital and sought medical treatment?
Yes, I did.
So you told the police that you suffered a broken nose, swollen right eye, and head trauma.
Yeah, I did. I had got jumped. I had got an altercation at this gas station with 2 females, and I just did it out of anger because me and Flo was already fussing. So, and I just made a big lie on him. I really did. And I really apologize to bring it this far and make these false claims up on his behalf. But he didn't hit me with a crowbar. That was a made up situation. But we do get into it. Mr. Simon never put his hands on me. You know, he had never put his hands on me. And that's what I was telling the DA, the people that called me and told me how I feel about Mr. Simon. You know, if he was to get released, I don't feel that he'll be a threat to me. I just want him to get some help for it, like with the busing and anger management. That's what we both need of anything, but.
All right, Mr. Simon?
No.
You have information, you have a history of domestic violence noted in your record with victims other than Ms. Brianna.
I think I only been in jail for that one time before.
Wow. But there has been allegations which would indicate a pattern of domestic violence against women throughout your supervision. I'm gonna sit back and see if my colleagues have any other questions.
Have you ever had any courses in anger management?
Who, me, sir? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, Mr. Floyd.
No, sir.
Do you feel you have an anger problem?
Nah, I don't feel like I have no bad anger problem, but I do get angry, you know, and fuss a lot, but I don't feel like it's bad to where I can't control myself and towards society or nothing like that. You know? I have five kids that I, you know, help raise, so I don't feel like I have no anger problem like that.
How long have you been out of jail?
7 months.
7 months.
Yeah.
Would you be willing to take some anger classes? Anger management?
Yes, sir.
We can give him or suggest so.
Do you have any substance abuse history?
No, ma'am.
None at all. Never used any illegal drugs?
No, ma'am.
Never.
No. No, ma'am.
Are you working? Working?
Well, I was when I got released from jail, I was working at Popeyes, but then I kind of quit Popeyes because it wasn't like for me. It wasn't helping me, you know, do the things that I had to do. And in the midst of that, I was looking for another job, but it was kind of hard to find another job, you know. So I messed up by quitting Popeyes, you know. But yeah, I was working, but not the whole 7 months that I was released.
Have you ever been on work release?
Yeah, but that was a long time ago, like 2016.
How do you feel about that?
I just want to go home, man. But I feel like work release would be like me being in jail, you know? But I just really want to go home, sir. Like I could do, like, if you want to put me in anger management, is it a way that I could do anger management inside the free world? You know, so I could be home with my kids, you know, and like continue my life. That's all I'm asking, man. I could do anger management if you a permit to anger management classes. I'll do that. Cause I feel like I need anger management. I could use it, you know, to help me out.
I think this is more than just an anger management problem, Mr. Son. As I said, you have a history, you have multiple allegations in your record being abusive towards women. I'm concerned. I believe that releasing would be a public safety issue. And I'll just, Ms. Ledoux, do you have any comments?
Well, the police report is very clear. It is obvious that there was some significant injuries that Ms. Poe suffered. And I believe that came at your hand. I don't understand the idea of recanting when someone's beaten you, but regardless, we have evidence that violence occurred. And we have other reports within your probation and parole jacket that shows that that's not the first time someone's caught that you were pointed out to having violence against women, like Ms. Renatza said. So I find that very concerning.
All right, any other questions? Mr. Simon, I'm ready to vote. I'm very concerned about you. I'm very concerned about your history of domestic violence. My vote today is going to be to revoke your parole based on the evidence presented in the finding of probable cause. Mr. Tillis.
My vote also is going to be to revoke, and I would strongly suggest that you, while you're incarcerated, get some anger management classes.
Mrs. Ledoux. Wait, you're on mute still.
Thank you. My vote is also to revoke based on evidence of domestic violence.
Hello.
Mr. Simon, your parole is being revoked today. Good luck. That concludes our business. We're going to adjourn at 11:17.
It's